Hopefully it's not going to be a disaster. Oh, of Chatterstan this evening, only time. I'm looking forward to finding out. Let's see. Yo, Eddie, first in the chat. Robin, the movie star, is just dropping in. What's up to you, Robin? What's up to you, Eddie? What's up, what's up, what's up? Can you guys hear me, please? Let me know. How is the audio? Aditya says, tell me why is this whole word meaning? Don't know what that means, Aditya. Eddie says, have you seen my Discord message? No, I've not, Eddie. I've not seen your Discord message. I saw the ones you sent briefly, but I'm not going to lie, mate. I went to sleep because I was getting ready for my holiday. But I will check it out, I promise you, after this stream. And YNZ is in the chat. What's up to you, YNZ, a.k.a. Uzi? And thank you for a minute. You can hear me. W. And Robin, the movie star, says, can't say lots of scenes on the way. And Aditya says, sorry, I meant tell me why is the whole world mean? Well, Aditya, the world can seem like a mean place. Place where we're going to be bringing the positive energy. I'm going to bring the vibes. You guys bring the vibes. And speaking of vibes, if you're out, you're watching. Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Are we lagging still? Hello, WB. Am I lagging still? Oh, fuck's sake. Man, I swear to God, I don't need this stuff. Finally, no lag. Thank you, guys. Right, we're back in the room. We're back in the room. For fuck's sake, the fox is here. What's up to you guys? Now, listen, I've finally got a decent internet connection. I'm on my data, and I've just signed into the hotel Wi-Fi. So, fingers crossed, we're going to have a smooth stream from here. Let me show you guys where I'm at right now. I'm in a hotel room in Manchester, and it's lagging again, and it's black again. What's up to the 8 people watching the stream now? I'm praying that you guys can hear me. I really am praying that, well, I'm not really, I'm praying. I am praying that you guys can hear me. And Eddie says, where are you at, bro? I'm in Manchester. Well, near Manchester Airport. WB is moving house. And Fox says, BRB going for iPad. No worries, Mr. Fox. Now, I hope, guys, that these are a little bit better, a bit less laggy. Oh, I'm forever struggling. Forever struggling. Turn this light, get this light over here. Nah, I can sit up a little bit. That's a bit too casual. I really hope that I sorted itself out because it's a lot of aggro that I don't need. Fox says, nay 5G. Foxy, I'll take what I can get at this point, mate. Take what I can get. And what's up to you, Teju? Good to see you in the chat, man. How are you doing? Eddie says, Sunny, who ya? I think that's meant to be who is Sunny. Sunny, real name is Teju, and he is from India. He is a chef in India. So, Teju, nice to see you back in the chat. And thank you, Teju. Says, guys, we're close to 10 likes. Make it fast. Listen, if you're out there, like Teju says, show some love. Hit the like button. And Kaylin is back. Kaylin, what a nice surprise. How lovely to see you again. We were worried about you. Keep asking. Literally last night on the stream, people were like, guess who's not been here for a while? Kaylin's not been here for a while. Shout out to everyone that's just joined the stream. We are finally back in business. My internet's trash. I'm in a hotel room in Manchester right now. Let me show you the view. So listen, guys. This is my last stream before I go away on holiday. So you guys, we're going to make it a good one tonight. We're going to make it a good one. And I'm going to be streaming from Mallorca when I go away to the hotel room after a couple of hours of travel. I'm here with my friend. We're chilling. We're getting ready for the holiday. And I'm going to take you guys with me. Now, I'm not going to be able to stream every single day, but we're going to stream some of the days. And as always, I hope you guys are really well. And shout out to everyone that's in the chat, all the regulars, all the new people as well. And Writer says, I am Asian boy. Hello to you, Asian boy. Now, does that mean you are Asian? Because we have a chat member called Asian who comments. So I'm wondering if that's you or if that's someone else. Kaylin says, guess what happened today? Let us know, Kaylin. What did happen today? And Ross in Northern Ireland says, ooh, hi. I just need to shower. I'll be back in 20 mins. See you soon, Ross. And YNZ, Uzi is saying 28 viewers. Yes. Guys, I need your help. Whenever we get a pump of people into the room, I want you guys to be like, yo, Jump in the chat. Jump in the chat. And Teju says, I'm doing great, Edward. How have you been? Not too bad, my friend. Not too bad. Apart from ongoing internet problems, apart from that, doing pretty good. I'm going on holiday. That's why I'm at the airport. I'm in a hotel right now. I don't know why I pointed at myself, but yeah, I'm in a hotel room right now. I'm here with my friend. We are chilling for the holiday, and we fly at about 6 in the morning tomorrow. So it's going to be a long day tomorrow. But once we get to Mallorca, it should be pretty chill. But how about yourself, Teju? Oh, you say you're doing great. I'm glad to hear it, my friend. I'm glad to hear it. It's nice to be back in the chat. Who else have I missed? And Asian is in the chat. Jazz is here. It says, hit the likes, guys. Let's have a W. Big W to Jimmy Jazz. Thank you for the encouragement, for real. Now, listen, we're 7 minutes in, so if we could get to 10 likes before we hit 10 minutes, that'd be awesome. Uzi says, is it good in Manchester? Is Manchester's a good place to visit. I lived in Manchester for a long time, and personally, I wouldn't move back to Manchester in a hurry. But it's a good place to visit. It's a good place to come for now. Lots of good food and stuff. And big love to everyone that's just hit the like button. 2 minutes ago, 30 seconds ago, I said, listen, let's get to 10 likes before 10 minutes. And we're now 7 minutes, 22 seconds in, and we're on 11 likes. So huge love to everyone that's hit the like button. And if you're here for the first time, make sure you hit subscribe. You're on the road to 1,000 subs. I do not have the sign behind me tonight, but we were on the road to 1,000 subs. And Eddie says, no, Manchester is not okay. Fair. Kaylin says, I haven't killed anyone yet. Please keep that up, Kaylin. We don't want any killings. Fox says, who are you going to jollies with? I'm going on a holiday with my two friends. My two lovely female friends who may potentially join me on a stream tomorrow. And if they do, I hope you guys will be super nice to them. Games says, hi, I'm going to subscribe. W Games. Love that. Thank you so much. And as always, hit subscribe to join the vibe. Big James, appreciate that. And Uzi says, Games W. Hell yeah. Hello, Fatima, who is back in the chat. Lovely to see you, Fatima. What else have we got in here? Let me catch up. And Eddie says, we have some guests tomorrow. Now, listen, I need to check with my friends if they're cool with being on stream. But at least one of them said, yeah, I don't mind being on stream. So if you guys want to see them, then we will bring them on. And to be fair, even if you guys say, no friends, if my friends want to come on, we'll bring them on because it'll be a bit fun. Fox says, ask him about Dwight, see if my theory holds true. I will do that, actually. One of my friends is in the bathroom right now, freshening up. And the other friend, we're going to meet up with her in the early hours of tomorrow. So I will put that question to them, Mr. Fox. I will ask them whether that floats their boat. And thank you, Eddie, for the pinned comment. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat this evening. That does not matter because the stream must go on. Pinned message, W. Let's go. Let's flip and go, guys. And Fox says, it is true for meeting females. Fair, Foxy. Fair. How would you bring that up, though? Would that be like an opening line? Or would it if you've got women that are in need and you'd be like, oh, actually, I know a bit of DIY. What's the play, Foxy? Help a younger guy out. And this evening as well, guys, we're probably not going to be able to stream for as long as we usually do, just because I've got to get up at about 3 in the morning. Literally, I'm not exaggerating. I'm going to have time for 3. So I'm going to only get about 3 or 4 hours sleep tonight. So we're going to have to stream a bit of a shorter stream tonight, which is why we need to make it a super impactful, high-quality stream. You know what? Let me just stand by the window for a second. Let's see if the lighting's any better. No, that's worse. That's worse. But that's pretty good, to be fair. Let me sit on the bench for a second. Okay, now we're talking. That looks like a studio behind me. W. Who's Bob? Do you not know who Bob is? And Kaylin is now a single Pringle. Enjoy the film, Kaylin. And Uzi says, like to ride the vibe. Now, the expression is, hit subscribe to join the vibe. And Eddie says, Edward, I don't care if you end at 8:45. Well, that's in 20 minutes, so that would be a short stream. But we'll do a little bit longer than that. WB says, say hi to Bob. Who is Bob, WB? Who that is. Fatima has a presentation tomorrow. Good luck with that, Fatima. We are wishing you all the best as well. And Eddie says, I've always been a single Pringle. But yeah, Eddie, I think you're about 13, right? So do not worry, you've got plenty of time for dating and rants. Eddie says, can you stream your phone screen to the TV? Unfortunately not. It's not even it's not a TV which has apps, which is why we've got the radio on in the background. I wanted to put YouTube on, play some music to have on the background. But we're stuck with some mediocre music right now. No offense to, I don't know if that's Taylor Swift or someone, but yeah, unfortunately not. And indeed, it is an old ad. And hello to David. Now, as always, I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you've had a great day. It is Wednesday, and it's currently 8:24 where I am in Manchester. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're ready for another good stream. Like I was just telling the chat, it's going to be a slightly shorter. It's going to be a shorter stream tonight, just because I'm up very, very early and I need a little bit of sleep. And what's up to Sterney? W Sterney, our pastor. Lovely to see you. Fatima says, have you seen The Dollhouse by Ibsen? I've not. I've never seen The Dollhouse by Ibsen, and I know very little about it. I know nothing about it, Fatima. So any information you want to share, I'm ready for it. Kaylin has been scuffling with a kid who's been mean to her, and Kaylin has been attacking him. So hopefully, Kaylin, there won't be any more conflicts like that for you coming up. And yes, Sterny, we've got Kaylin back in the chat. W Kaylin, W Sterny, WWB, W Fatima, WYNZ, W Eddie, W everyone that's made it to the stream. I hope you guys are doing super good today. Prem V says, what's your favourite animal? Good question. I really like pigs. I think pigs are really animals. They get called dirty, but pigs are lovely animals. Pigs are very friendly, very kind, very intelligent as well. And Sterney is feeling much better today. Great to hear, Sterney. Like I said, sometimes a good night's sleep can do a lot of good. You know, tomorrow's another day, and I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. Okay, I'm going to chill on the bed in a second. We've got a quote from WB, another good quote. A room with no books is like a body without a soul. Marcus Tullius Cicero. Oh, thank you, Eddie. Can we get a W for Edward's friend? Love that. Thank you very much indeed, Eddie. Much appreciated. Add that on. And YNZ says, where's Cello? Good question. Hopefully Cello will be on her way. She commented on the short I put out earlier, so hopefully Cello is coming. And yeah, glad to hear that. Glad to hear that that Sterney is feeling better today. Love to hear it. And what's up to you, Ethan Firth? Good to see you in the chat, my friend. And Eddie says, isn't here? Yeah, she is in the bathroom. I don't know if she's having a shower, or I think she was going to call her mum as well. So she's in the background, but she's around. She's a little bit camera shy this evening, but like I say, tomorrow, maybe when we're in Mallorca, she might pop onto stream and say hello to you guys. And what's up, Jazz? How are you doing, Jazz? Always an absolute pleasure to see you in the chat. Tuning in all the way from Canada. Driving the tow truck, eh? Eddie says, once she's out of the bathroom, can you do a Q&A with her? I can ask her. Tell you what, let me go and see. I'll go and ask her right now. You on the toilet? She's on the toilet, chat. My friend is on the toilet, right? On the toilet. Listen, the 27 people that have just tuned into the stream, if you're here for the first time, my name's Edward, and I'm in a hotel room in Manchester, and I'm going travelling tomorrow. My friend is in the bathroom, and I just knocked on the door, and I said, are you on the toilet? And she went, Ed! Yeah, she's on the toilet right now. My friend is chilling. She's on the toilet, and I went to knock on the bathroom door to see if she wanted to do a Q&A, but she's got other business to attend to right now, so we'll come back to her. Like I said, she's laughing in the background. But listen, I'm going travelling tomorrow, and I'm going to take you guys with me. So if you're the first time, make sure you hit subscribe to join the vibe. As you can see from the chat, we've got an awesome community of people here, and it's growing. It's getting bigger and bigger. And I just wanted to take a minute on tonight's stream to say thank you so much to all of the community members that are making this channel get bigger and bigger. We are well road to 1,000 subs, and actually we've been growing quite a bit. I was looking at the analytics, and back in February when I started streaming, I was on 135 subscribers, give or take, and now we're on 560. So we've grown quite a bit in the recent times, and it's because of you guys, not because of me. You guys tuning in, bringing the energy. So thank you so much to everyone that's joining these streams. And if you're here for the first time, good vibes, positive energy. That's what we're about around here. So with that being said, let me get back to the chat and let's see what's happening. Excuse me, frog is in my throat. And Jazz, my lovely Canadian tow truck queen, says, doing good, just driving around towing, lol. Jazz is a hard-working lady, so listen, if you're out there, show some Jazz in the chat as well. And Eddie says, why is that room so high quality? What can I do? I'm just an international man of leisure. I meant to say luxury, but I'm neither a man of leisure nor luxury. I wish one day, guys. It's a nice hotel room. It is good. It is good, and I got it at a good price as well. It's funny how rooms fluctuate in price because one day it was one price, then it went down, and then it went back up. And yeah, I got it at a good price, so all is well. Now listen, in the chat we've got a would you rather of the day from WB who says, would you rather of the day, would you rather have a professional setup for streaming or high quality streaming? Now does that WB mean like high quality resolution? Or does it mean would I have like better lighting? Like let me know, WB, what do you mean by that? Fatima says, Edward, what's your favourite food? Difficult question. My answer to that one is, let me get some better light on here. My answer to that one is usually carbs. I'm a carb lover, so like pasta, rice, noodles. I need to get some good light though, guys. That's not the best light. That's a bit crazy lighting. So let me get. That'll do for now. Yeah, so something carb related, something carby, something like pasta. Maybe not pasta, but like noodles. I love spaghetti. Something carby, guys. Something carby. Yeah. I do love my food. I'm a big I nearly said a big lewd fother, but what I meant to say was a big food lover. What's happening? And Sterney was at karate. Nice, Sterney. Hey. Uzi says, Edward, what ate their genders? Does that mean, Edward, what are their genders? I don't know what that means, Uzi. So, clarification needed. Okay, we're catching up. We're catching up. You guys make it pop off around here. Ishan Bunaj says, have you heard the song Time to Say Goodbye from Sarah Brightman? I've not heard that song before. No, I've not heard that song before. But thank you for the recommendation. Now, I'm going to just like sit back on the bed a little bit. Now, hopefully that's enough light. That's not too bad. That's not too bad in terms of the lighting. We can make that work. 1 second, guys. There we go. All right. I might put this other light on as well. Now, that will have to do. I need like another light just behind the camera. WB says, missed message. I don't think so, WB. I read out what your... oh, okay. You said by high quality, I mean no lag and 8K. I would do anything to have a stream with no lag. That's been my biggest problem. And I feel like no lagging... I feel like the lag is really does me a lot of... does me a massive disservice because I can keep the chat going. You guys make the chat really fun. But when it lags, it's like good to anybody, you know? So I think even if the screen was blurry, but it was like a smooth stream, that's better than like super high quality stream, which keeps lagging. The lag does me no favours. And big love, I don't know who it is, but big love to whoever is throwing up those hearts at the side of this chat. I love it when you guys throw up emojis at the side. Okay. Who says, I mean, what are their genders? Oh, my friends, what are my friends' genders? Okay, so it's 2 female friends. Because that's just how I roll, guys. I roll with an entourage of women everywhere I go. Fatima says, what's your favourite song, Edward? Oh, good question, Fatima. My favourite song of all time, it's Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven. If you choose one piece of music to listen to, it'd be that one, because it's like, it's over 10 minutes. I think it may be even 15 or 20 minutes long. It's at least 10 minutes long, and it's an absolute journey. Genuinely, it takes you on like a journey through emotions and all sorts. So, yeah, that's an amazing piece of music. And Fox says his favourite song is Golden Looking Chain Spa. That is a great tune, Foxy. I've not listened to that in time, but that is a good song, man. And if we didn't have youngsters on the chat, we could natter more about what soap bar is, but we'll keep it moving. And hello to you, Cello. Cello. Good to see you in the chat. And Sterney is feeling better today and says, I'm okay today. I had an okay day, but I had karate. So that made my day. And also this stream is keeping me happy. W Sterney, W chat, W everyone that's here. And W karate. I've said before, and I'll say it, physical exercise is a great thing, and martial arts are something that I want to get into myself. So, 100% keep that up, Sterney. Do not stop doing that. My friend is here on the other side of the camera, and she's come out of the toilet. Oh, please, I've got some air freshener. I'm trolling my friend. There's no smell, don't worry, guys. She's raging in the background. She says I'm rude. Phil Hark is back in the chat. Says, do you remember me? Yes, I do, Faisal. Good to see you back in the chat. How are you doing this evening? And WB had spaghetti for tea. Nice. She's lucky that I'm not going to turn the camera around. She's freaking out in the background. You're saying, do you want to join the stream? What are you doing putting your back on the bed? Like, what are you doing? You sleep. So my friend, I'm not going to shame her. I'm not. No, yeah. I'm not going to put her on now. But my friend has got her outside bag. She's been on the train, on the floor. And do you know what she's doing, guys? So what, move that way, and I'll put your bag so you won't be in. Oh, she's fleeing to the bathroom. Look what she's doing with the bag. She just a minute ago she had a bag up here. So it'd been on the floor, and she was just like sliding up towards where she's going to sleep on her side of the swim bed. So if you're just tuning in, guys, that's my friend in the bathroom right now. And tomorrow night she might join me for a stream. So I'm traveling tomorrow to Mallorca with 2 female friends, and they may or may not join me. At least one may join me on the stream, so you can join for that. And as always, if you've not hit subscribe to join the vibe. Claire says, not eating today. Not right now, Claire. Not right now. I had some food before I got the train to the hotel that I'm at, and I might have a little snack. I just remembered, as you said, that I left my chocolate brownies in the fridge, which is great because I'm going to be gone for 4 or 5 days, and they may or may not be edible by the time I get back. So that is a sad thing. And I had about 3, 4, 5 brownies left in that bottle. L to the brownie. Rest in peace to the brownies, I think. Faisal says, I'm good. Are you good? I am doing well, thank you. And listen, if you're watching the stream right now, I want to get to know you. Now, maybe you're one of the regular crew. Maybe you're here for the first time. Jump in the chat and say hello. I love meeting people. It's one of my favourite parts about streaming. So thank you, Faisal. I am doing well. And hello to Mrs. Gremlin, who says, hello. Good to see you, Mrs. Gremlin. How are you doing? And thank you, Fatima, for welcoming Mrs. Gremlin to the chat. Now, female friend, for the time being, it will remain anonymous. If you want to shimmy up to your pillows, I'm not going to have you in the chat tonight, so don't feel like you need to cower away. Do not worry. You can. You're not on the stream. Don't worry. Fatima, what did you have for tea tonight? So tonight, my parents made me some tea, and I actually had a pie, a pucker pie. Now, the only unhealthy thing I eat, guys, pretty much the only unhealthy thing I eat is like pucker pies, frozen pies, like the vegan mince pie. And now they are processed food, and you know I'm big on my healthy food, try to eat as little processed food as possible, but sometimes my dad will make me those pies, and sometimes I'll make those pies myself. So I had a pucker pie, had some tofu, I had some chips, and I had some peas. So a very basic tea tonight. Sometimes a basic meal is good. Oh, Becky, how nice to see you, Bex. How are you doing? It's been a minute. You say hello there. Ooh, Mallorca, very nice. Yes, Bex, I'm looking forward to a few days away. The weather's not terrible in England, as you know, at the moment, or at least in the northwest, it's not terrible at the moment. But a few days away is going to be a good thing. I'm looking forward to a little bit of a holiday. I actually went away not that long ago. I was in, as you know, in South Korea and Japan like 2 or 3 months ago. But it feels like forever since I've had a holiday. So I'm looking forward to a few days away. A little bit of sun, a little bit of a chill. And actually, when we get to the Airbnb, when I start streaming tomorrow from the Airbnb, I'll show you the view because it looks like a nice view from the Airbnb. And yeah, make sure you tune in tomorrow. Now, I think that's going to be 8 p.m. UK time as normal, which will be, I believe, 9 p.m. Spanish time. So I will do my very best to stream as normal for you guys, and hope you will join me because I will show you the view from the Airbnb. It's got a nice view, I can't lie. It looks pretty nice. So yeah, see how that goes. Now, you know what my situation is with the data, with the lag, with the internet. I'm praying there is good Wi-Fi at the Airbnb because I don't know if my eSIM plan is going to be any good in Spain, but we're fingers and my little toes. I'm crossing my fingers and my toes, so hopefully that will come good for me. Now, let me catch up back with the chat for a quick second. And Moonery's back in the chat. How good to see you, Moonery. You say, guess who's back? Just saying hi, and quick reminder to drop the likes. Thank you so much, Moonery. Listen, if you're out there, smash that like button, and if you are new here, hit subscribe to join the vibe. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. And like I told the chat a few minutes ago, we're fast around here. Back in February, I had about 135 subs. And through your guys now, about 560 subs. So the channel is growing. And soon, world domination. First stop, 1,000 subs. Next stop, world domination. So please, hit subscribe to join the vibe. And join the inevitable journey towards total world domination. All right, that being said, let me get back to the chat for a quick second because I know I'm missing people's comments. Okay, Faisal says, now this is a controversial one. Faisal says, I'm sure the message has been deleted. Oh, no, it's not. Faisal says, I'm sure every kid here has been to Lidl and has taken something from the bakery, surely. So Faisal is admitting to thievery, robbery, theft. Guys, we're not condoning any sort of crime on the channel, but I'd be curious to know if anyone out there has done a fail and has stolen from Little Bakery. Now, anonymous female friend, have you ever taken something from Little Bakery without paying? No, she's laughing. She's not been robbing anything from Little Bakery. And Foxy says, eating for the week on your holiday. Now, Foxy, if that's a request for videos, I will be doing some videos. 100%. I will have to do like a what I eat in a day on holiday type vibe. And I'm hoping, honestly, guys, there's going to be a lot of like nice fruit and vegetables. I would think so. With the Mediterranean climate, I would hope there'll be some nice fruits and vegetables on offer. Kaylin is saying Ed, yes or no. Kaylin, the chat is moving super fast, so you're gonna have to put the question in the chat again, please. My friend's laughing at me. All right, I'm catching up with the chat because, as usual, you guys are doing an awesome job of making it pop off. And I'll take a quick thank you to everybody that gets so chatty in the chat because it really helps me out. And that's reasons why we've been having those like big boosts in numbers recently when it like flashes up to like 20 something or 30 something or even 40 something viewers. Like last night was absolutely epic. We went 48 viewers at one point, which is insane. And the reason why it's doing that is because you guys are so active in the chat and it tells YouTube, the algorithm, that this is a stream that should be shown to more people. So thank you so much to everybody that comes, hangs out, brings the energy, and supports me. And you guys rock. Now, with that being said, I'm going to get the chat. And listen, talking about positive energy, Hayley Jade. Now, I hope you're still here, Hayley Jade, because you say, this is awesome. You're awesome, Hayley Jade. Okay, let me catch up because, as usual, I'm behind. Minnie Bailey says, it's not a happy day, but hi. Sorry to hear that, Minnie. What's been going on with you? Foxy says, 1,000 subs. That is Foxy of Foxy Fan Club. As usual, giving me support, keeping me motivated. And listen, like I said to Mr. Fox, first stop, 1,000 subs. And after that, we'll talk, Foxy. But I feel like once we hit that 1,000, anything is possible. Arthur says, would you eat potato and leek soup? Arthur, I would eat potato and leek soup. And not only would I eat potato and leek soup, I would like to eat potato and leek soup. Maybe one day, guys, if we ever grow the channel a bit more, you know how I have PO boxes where you can send stuff? That would be pretty cool. Now, as long as people didn't send anything horrible like dog poo or explosives, then that'd be really good. I'd love it for people to send stuff in. So yeah, just a thought. Okay, I'm talking about theft from the bakery. Bexy says, not the Little Bakery, but I used to be a baker for Sainsbury's. Not gonna lie, if something was broken, I'd bake it and eat it. Now Bexy actually put, if someone was broken, I'd bake it and eat it. But that's a funny typo. So why throw away a snapped baguette or a random extra donut? Now listen, Bexy, that's totally different. I think not letting food go to waste is different than shoplifting. So we can make allowances for that one. All right then. Back to the chat. Red Az is here. Good to see you, Red Az. How are you doing? Okay, I'm scrolling at the speed of light. Scrolling. Okay, now for the chat. And Foxy says, I'll send you a silver coin, mate, if you get a PO box. That would be super cool, Foxy. Listen, if you're tuning in for the first time, one of our chat members, Mr. Fox, aka Foxy of the Foxy Fan Club, says, I'll send you a silver coin, mate, if you get a PO box. Fun fact, Foxy is a metal detectorist. I believe him is detectorist, right, Foxy? And he's found some pretty cool stuff. I asked Foxy, what was the coolest thing you found? And he actually said that he's found like silver coins, and I think his prize, correct me if I'm wrong, mate, but his prize artifact that he found was like an Edwardian coin, like a King Edward coin from like the 13th century or something crazy like that. So yeah, W to Fox. I'm calling you Foxy. I know, I keep calling you Fox, not Foxy, so yeah. W to you, mate. You know who I'm talking about. Okay. Eddie says PO box is American only. Nah, surely not. We have PO boxes in the UK, right? My friend, have you heard of PO? You know PO boxes? Do we have them? Can you Google that? In fact, this is the night we have. Right, let me get confirmation that my assistant is going to look that up in a second. She's giving me a side eye. She's lucky that I'm not turning the camera on me because she's literally she's laying back and she's giving me side eye all at once. What's up to you, Ross? Back in the chat. Good to see you.
Yeah, they do. Operate if I'm wrong.
Thank you very much, female friend. Joe Hartland says, I'm subbed, bro. Are you happy? Joe Hartland, you've made me even happier. I was already pretty happy, and you subbing has made me that much bit happy. So thank you so much for joining the group. Welcome to the family. Eddie says, Edward, isn't your female friend's name starting with E, as when I heard when you knocked on the bathroom door? Now, good detectives, Eddie, but it does not begin with E. Now, as I say, I'll find out from her after how much she wants to share about herself. We might give her an alias, but it does not begin with E. And actually, when I knocked on the door, I was like, female friend. So maybe that's what you heard, the E sound of a female friend. Okay, so Redar says, so you know about Crush, I'll call him a secret name. I'll call him a secret nickname for the Crush, but he found out and my nickname was Nugget. So Redar has a crush, and it sounds like it may be going well. Faisal has a drone that was a screen in the controller he got for a bargain. It was only 99 quid. W Faisal. Now, I wonder if that was one of Faisal's discounts. It was really meant to be £500, but he paid 500 and left. He paid 100 and left the store. Okay, we're scrolling and we're scrolling. And apparently in Pakistan, they also have PO boxes. The more you know. See, one of our chat members is called Fatima. Pakistan. And we have people from literally all over the world. I told you before, I'll tell you what, I'll just tell my who we've got in the chat right now. Listen, if you're out there, do me a favour. Tell me where you're from in the world so I can tell my friend. And we've got Sterney in Ireland. We've got Foxy in County Durham. We've got in Pakistan. We've got WB somewhere in England. We've got Uzi, who is from... not Afghanistan. Where are you from again, Uzi? Let me know. I'm struggling to keep up. So we've got people from all over the world, which is pretty awesome. So big love to you guys. And Mrs. Gremlin says, Edward, the light is really annoying me. Not being rude, it's just triggering me. Fair enough, Mrs. Gremlin. I'm going to move up a little bit, but it keeps flashing at the side, so I'll move it over. How about that? Is that any better for you? I hope that's been a bit better for you. Okay. So Eddie says, just flip the cam to face you and ask her to hold the camera is flipped so she isn't visible, but you are, so she can read the chat. Fair enough. All right, guys. Fair comment. In a minute, I will get her to hold the camera, and she can hold it on me, and she can read some comments out. How's that working for you, my friend? You okay to help in a minute and just hold the phone facing towards me, and then read out a few chat comments? Is that all right? You don't have to, but if you're up for it. She's, you know what, my friend right now, she's like, yeah, sure, but her eyes are like, don't ask me anything. What's up to you, Vinay? Good to see you in the chat. Thank you for joining the stream, and peace be with you as well. And thank you, Eddie, for reminding me that you're from the West Midlands in Warwickshire. W. Shout out to the Midlands crew. And as well, we've got Bexy, who I believe is in Scotland, originally from the Northeast, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we are catching up. Oh, and Kaylin says, tell your assistant I say, hey girl.
Hey.
Oh, hopefully you heard that, Kaylin. She's scrolling. It says, hey. But it was less sarcastic than sassy than my hey. It was like a girl gang, like, hey. She's telling me to shut up. My assistant is telling me to shut up. And that's how it goes, guys. What you got when you're a small streamer. Now listen, when you're a huge superstar streamer with like over 1 million subs, your assistant does what they're told. They fall in line. They do everything they can. They bend over backwards to make your life easy. But right now, all I've got is a sassy friend off to one side, chilling and giving me attitude. One day, guys, one day. And you know what the funny thing is that the friend that I've got here, who hopefully will join me on the stream tomorrow. Me and her are very good friends. And she said to me, like, oh, when are you going to hire me as your assistant? And the thing is, I would love to hire my assistant. So if I ever do manage to make a living off social media or content or anything like that, then, to the point of being able to like bring someone on and like pay someone, then she is going to be my friend who I bring on and get to help me out and support me, because she's a great support, and it'd be super cool to be able to bring her on as like a member of the team, you know? So listen, like I've said before, big love to all you guys that are joining the journey. Like I was telling the chat before, the channel has been growing at a very steady pace recently. Back in February, we had about 135 subs, and since then we've gone up to, how many are we on? About 560 something now. So massive love to all of you guys that are part of the crew, bringing the energy. You rock. Now, with that being said, back to the chat. Says a zesty hay. Yeah, my hay was a bit zesty, so what can I tell you, Bex? Just I get in my mode, and you know what? I just feel fabulous. I'm on stream, I'm doing my thing, and I just rock it. I just want to go hard, girl. So yeah, that's just me for the evening. Fox says superstar DJ. Here we go. Foxy, I used to listen to that tune. I used to drive around with a friend I had in the time. I wasn't driving, he'd do the driving, and we used to listen to that song. Join, the song that we're referencing is Superstar DJ, I think it's called, by the Chemical Brothers. Look, it's a great little tune. And when it kicks in, it's like a proper little grooving song. Would recommend. What's up to Brian Freeman? I hope you're still here, Brian. Big shout out to you, my friend. How are you doing? Apologies for not getting to your message sooner, but as always, the chat is popping off. And Eddie says, okay, we should be having a new chat reader. Listen, I need all the help I can get around here. So thank you to all of you guys, all of the mod squad doing a great job in the chat. Big up to all of you guys, whether you're a mod or whether you're not, does not matter. I appreciate you all. And I've said it a million times before, I'm going to say it another million times. These streams would be nothing without you guys. I don't care if you're the biggest streamer or the biggest content creator on the face of the earth. Without the chat, without the audience, nothing, I'm nothing. So massive love to all of you. Foxy said, I see the artwork on the wall. Yeah, why not, Foxy? We'll do, don't worry, you're not going to be in it. We'll do a little quick little tour of the room, but don't worry, female friend. She's literally giving me the look. She's like, don't get me on camera. So worry not. We'll flip it around quickly and boom. So welcome to the gallery for this evening. Now, I don't actually know who this is by, Foxy. It doesn't have a name. And don't worry, friend, you're not going to be in. What's up, guys? You can see me there, and you can see the artwork over here. Now, that's pretty much it for the artwork, Foxy. There's only one piece. And like I say, I don't know who it is by. Some sort of print. Looks like a kind of like a photographic collage. Wait, oh, yeah, just on me, don't worry. I'm a bit paranoid. I'm doing like a rotation, guys. I'm literally spinning on the spot. If you're wondering why I'm spinning like a lunatic, it's because I've got a friend just off camera, and she doesn't want to be on chat on the stream tonight, but tomorrow she may join us. Okay, Ross is having another burrito bowl tonight. Nice, Ross. I'm actually getting hungry again. I had tea a few hours ago, but I'm getting hungry again. Okay, and we've got Resolute. Why are you laughing? How dare you? You fired. You've been for a number 2 in that toilet. You have. My friend went for a number 2. She's blushing. She's trying to deny it, but she can't deny it. She can't deny it. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it didn't happen because she wasn't able to go properly. I know my friend very well, and she was to go, but she's absolutely. she's going a brilliant combination of like red and pink. No, like red and white. She's like pale, but also flushing with anger and embarrassment. Anyway, Aboriginal TV says hello from Albania. Hello to you, my friend. Nice to see you in the chat. Now, listen, the fact your channel name is highlighted makes me think that you are a creator of a certain size. But when we've had people like that before in the chat, it's usually when they've got like a certain amount of followers. So listen, whether you've tons of followers or no followers, you are possibly the first person from Albania. So shout out to you, my friend. Okay. Okay, and Resolute, hopefully you're still here. You said, hi from New Zealand. What aims do you have for this year? Question. I think, honestly, guys, one of my biggest gains for the year, one of my biggest goals for the year is genuinely to grow the channel to 1,000 subscribers. That would be super satisfying for me, and it's one of my personal goals. Beyond that, I want to get fitter, stronger, healthier, and happier. Honestly, all of the above. So those are some of my goals, Resolute Island. If you want to share yours, Resolute Island, or anyone wants to share their aims for the years, I'd love to see them in the chat. I'm not going to read your comment out because that would scare my friend. So I won't read your comment out. But it's a scary one. And we've got Me Name's Cho. It says, these are the golden days of streaming. Enjoy them. Me Name's Cho is back in the chat. We've had you in the chat before. So thank you so much for joining again. Now listen, we've got 2 highlighted streamers, 2 highlighted YouTubers, and it's the first time this has happened, guys. So super cool. Thank you so much for joining. This is exciting. And as Eddie says, Edward's 7th monetized guy on YouTube. That is awesome. He has the check mark. Thank you for the update, chat. Really appreciate that. Bottom of the comments to make sure I'm not missing anything out. But I'm going to catch up really quickly. And Vinay says, how's everything going, Ed? Vinay, things are going well, my friend. It's another night, it's another stream, and I'm going on holiday tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. Well as well. Foxy says, making your mum's brownie recipe famous should be your aim and learn DIY. Foxy keeping me on track with priorities. Now listen, I asked my friend while she's here. Now, a female friend, Foxy, one of our lovely chat members, has said that he feels like DIY is a good way to kind of impress women, basically. Not necessarily charm them, but it's something that women like. If a guy is it's a skill. So if a guy's like handy, he's practical, do you find that appealing in a guy? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that Foxy. So it's a thumbs up from female friend. She's down for a handy guy. Maybe not quite like that. Maybe not quite that explicitly, but yeah. So my sample size, Foxy, of one female that I've asked so far in real life. So it's 1 for 1 right now. Foxy says he's blushing. Now, I don't know whether I'm blushing or Foxy's blushing. I'm laughing. I'm pretty warm. I actually asked you to turn the air conditioning. Did you mind this? No, she didn't. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what happens when you've got an unpaid assistant. No follow through. No follow through whatsoever. She's giving me more sass. I'm going to get the air conditioning turned up a little bit. Kaylin says he's going red. Like, I'm not just saying it, but I'm going red because I'm really warm. Okay, and my name's Cho says, I'm not a YouTuber anymore, has been lol. I do these days of building a channel, good times, hope yours is a happy journey. My name's Cho, I'm going to screenshot your message again, just like I have done every time. YouTubers of a certain size, verified people, etc. join the chat. Really do appreciate you taking the time to encourage me to drop by. It means a lot, so thank you very much. Oh yeah, that's cooler now. That's gone cooler, thank you, that's good. So I appreciate it. Honestly, my name's Cho. And out of interest, why did you stop building your channel? I'm curious to know, if you don't mind sharing. So the chat thinks that you're making me blush.
Oh,
Female
no.
friend.
Definitely not.
And Vinay says, Vinay's too sharp. He says, oh, that's cute. He's blushing. It's warm is a universal people give. Love it. Jimmy Jazz says holiday is a W. Yes, for real. Honestly, Jimmy Jazz, I'm so looking forward to holiday. It's only been like 3 months since I last went on holiday, but I'm already feeling like I want to go on holiday for, not forever, I was about to say forever. That makes it sound like I'm going to prison for 50 years, but yeah, I do want a holiday, need a holiday. So tomorrow, gang, we will be on the sunny Spanish island of Mallorca, and I will take you along for the journey. Now, quickly scroll up a bit, because I've missed some comments, missed loads of comments. No, wait, female friend. Sterny says, and Kaylin, my Shayla.
Oh, yeah.
What's that from again? No, this is my friend that's here. She says, my Shayla. Is that me, Shayla? What's it from? You say it all the time. What's it from?
It's like a meme or something. Oh, yeah,
so,
this is a meme.
So, Sterny, if you're listening, my friend, she knows the me, Shayla thing. Because sometimes I'm like, what the hell's that on? What are you on about? And see you later, Alba Original. You've probably already on, but thank you for joining. Maybe one day you'll see this message. Probably not, but thank you for stopping by. It was nice to have you here. Interesting. WB says, fun fact, sonification technique to turn maths. Now, WB said math, which is a thumbs down for you. It's maths, WB. Maths. But sonification, apparently, is a technique to turn maths and space into sound. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, well, Edward, please read it out. I'm going to try and find... We need a ship name. We need a ship name. I ship. Interesting. So, I'm so behind. What sort of ship? Fatima asked, Edward, how long are you YouTube for? So I created my channel in 2025, at the start of 2025. But then I did some content like sporadically over the last, like, from say last January, like January 25 to earlier this year. And none of it really worked for me. Like, I didn't really have any. I maybe had a couple, like one video that did have 15k views, but it was terrible like engagement. You know, it's like I said to you guys before, I care much more about engagement than do views. Like, I'd rather have a video with 1,000 views and 200 likes than I would a video with 10,000 views and 2 likes. Does that make sense? But so, in answer to your question, Fatima, I started streaming, which is really where my YouTube journey properly began, in February of this year. I was in Japan. I did one stream in February, mid-February, and then probably like late February, I started streaming regularly. And then from early March, I've been like cranking out 5 days of the week. And some of you guys that are here right now, you've been on with me since those early days. And some of you guys have been coming at different points. And whether you're here for the first time tonight or whether you've been here 15 weeks, however long, it doesn't matter. It's great to have you part of the crew with me. So big love to you all. Okay, we're scrolling and we're scrolling and we're scrolling. Sterny says, Edward is assistant sitting in a tree. K-I-S-I-N-G. First comes love, second comes marriage, then comes a baby in a carriage. So there you go. Interesting. So my friend that's just off to the right, she has a dating profile, and one of the things, and you won't mind saying this, it's not bad. She's giving me a pound, but it's fair enough. One of the things she's got on her profile is she says, there's a prompt on Hinge, and it says, you should not date me if, and she's put, you should not date me, you want to have a child / children in the next few years. You're undecided, aren't you, about whether you want children, to be fair? Giving all your life info away now. All we need is like your bank account and your like pen, and we'll be good to go. By the way, hello to you, Sage. Say sorry I'm late. Was dropping sister off somewhere. Sorry for not giving you a shout out sooner, Sage. But it's lovely to see you in the chat. Ross says just get married already. No, there'll be no marriage between me and my friend, but we are best mates. We're really good friends, and she's been there for me. I've been there for her, so it's one of those. And Beck says, where in Mallorca are you going? A mad sesh in Magaluf. No, we're going to Palma, so nothing too crazy. No seshes in Magaluf. And you know what's crazy, guys? This sounds insane, but I actually did realise that Magaluf was on Mallorca. Did you know that? And don't just say yeah if you did.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know this, guys. I thought Magaluf was like a separate Spanish resort. I thought it was its own island or somewhere on the coast of Spain. It was only when I was looking at like the places in Mallorca to go that I actually realised that Magaluf is just like one of those places. So no, we're going to Palma, Bex, which should be much nicer and much calmer. Karma in Palma. We need that on a t-shirt. It's Karma in Palma. And Foxy says mad session Shagaloof. Sounds like Foxy's been there already. He's got that. He's been there. Got the t-shirt. Oh, apparently when you go on holiday, friends, you need a ship name. That's a new one for me. CC Bar says your internet connection is not the best. Take it up with the management, CC Bar, by which I mean the hotel management, because I'm literally in a hotel right now. But hopefully it will improve. And apparently there's big quotation marks around the word friend. The chat is cooking up a romance for us. Okay. God, the chat is literally trying to arrange a wedding. A wedding. Why? Uzi's like, more than friends, all in caps. Kaylin, all in caps, is like, let's start the wedding. These guys are going hard. Foxy says, he's got all holiday to find out, hasn't he? Go on, my lad. Go on, Foxy, legend. If you can see my face right now, my friend's face right now, she's literally like, open mouth, like. Okay, and I made it to the top of the chat. Not the top of the tat, the top of the chat. Oh God, Kaylin says, Edward, do you take to be wife? Chat is going in hard on this. Maybe I should do what they do online, guys. And you know when you get people, when they pretend to like beef online, or they pretend to have like not arranged like marriages, but like arranged like romances and stuff just for views. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should get my friend to start her own channel, and then we become like this line, and there's drama and there's beef, and I'm falling out with her, and someone says she's cheated on me, and then next thing you know, like we're popping off. Could be a thing. Fox says, lost for words, Edward, on to you, mate. The chat is going in hard with me. Listen, guys, I'm only backing up, not like you make me feel. You know when you're at school and like someone's like, you fancy so and so, and you're like, sure, I don't. And then everyone's like, yeah, you do. And then next thing you know, it's like gossip all around. Ross says, show your friend. And then Kaylin says, friend. Now listen, my friend, female friend off to the right, she said that she's potentially, what are you saying tomorrow for stream? Potentially. I know your potential means that buys me some time and then never talk about it again. You know what's super nice as well, guys, talking about lovely women. So someone who follows me talk. Now, I don't follow her back just because she doesn't make content herself, and I don't necessarily think there's like too much point in following someone if they don't put content out themselves, because they don't have posts coming up for me to see. But earlier on TikTok video out, and she liked the video, and then I saw she like took the time, and she liked 5 other videos of mine, and I actually messaged her and I said like, listen, thanks so much for the support of my videos, I really appreciate it. And he literally just then on the stream messaged back, and she said, missed you on my feed, went through to try and teach my algorithm to bring you back to the FYP. How nice is that? This is what I'm talking about. This is why, honestly, it means so much to me, because in a world where there's so much negativity, everyone has problems, whether it's mental health, physical health, poverty, whatever it might be. And just by the way, I'm going to move that light because that is flipping me, like, psyching me out. Look at that. Oh, you can't see. You can tune into the stream, it'd be one more bit, you don't have to tune in. It's fine. Let me move like a laser coming in. What I was trying to say to you guys is that there's so much negativity in the world, both online and in real life. We all go through stuff. So when I try and be positive on stream or online, and you guys show me that back, it means so much, because it really boosts me. It really, really does. And on TikTok, for example, there's like a handful of people who, well, there's more than a handful of people who follow me, but there is a certain number of people who support my videos. I try and support them, and it's just so nice. It's just so nice to have, instead of like trolls or hate comments, to actually have people wanting you to succeed, you to do well. It's incredible. So I'm not where I want to be in terms of like the size of my reach or anything like that, but it's the journey, and if you're having a good time along the way, that's what it's about. So big love to everyone that's here on the journey with me. And hello, speaking of good vibes, hello to Simply One Monchi, who says, hello, good to see you, Simply One Monchi. And you say, are you from Europe? I'm hoping you say yes, lols. I am indeed I'm from England, to be precise. And I'm actually about to fly off to another place in Europe. So I'm going to New York tomorrow. So I hope, Simply One Monchi, you will hit subscribe to join the vibe, be part of the crew, and tomorrow I'll be showing you the Airbnb I'm staying at. And no, I did not watch Eurovision, sadly. I did not watch Eurovision, but I'm pretty sure Britain came last, right? Boo. And Huntsman's made it to the chat. Huntsman has made it to the chat. I was literally thinking just 10 minutes ago, mentioning how people have been here. Like some people are here for the first time tonight. Some people are here for like weeks and weeks and weeks. And I literally thought to myself, Huntsman's not here. And I didn't want to be like, where the hell is Huntsman? But I did get worried. But Huntsman has made it to the chat. So huge shout out to who is possibly the longest, not reigning because that sounds king, but like maybe he's a king. But possibly the longest watching chat member we've got right now is Huntsman. So W to Huntsman. But as always, if you're here for the first time, welcome to the crew. Okay, I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And like Beck says, it's weird. Best mate to like siblings. That's the thing, right? I know you guys are saying like, oh, marriage, like you're blushing, but it's like me and female friend, we're just like super good friends, and it's not like romantic between us, but we enjoy each other's company. We have a lot of laughs together, and I want to support her, and she wants to support me, and that's why we're like good friends, because she's got my back and vice versa. Oh, and Fatima says, when you emoji in your likes, just know it's me doing it. And literally, just as I said that, I saw that emoji coming up. Thank you so much, Fatima. I really do appreciate it. I really love it when you guys throw up the emojis at the side of the stream. It's absolutely awesome. So thank you so much. And Vinay says, totally get that blush, Edward. Had confessed to my best friend too. Now, Vinay, if I remember correctly, you had some success with your best friend. Didn't they tell you that they like you and vice versa? So, Vinay, you've had some luck recently with romance, which is great to hear. And lovely to see you, Sage. I'm glad you made it. Fatima, you said I missed your message, but hopefully I've just read out the message in question. And Sage, likewise, sorry for not acknowledging you sooner, but see you, Sage, and I hope you're doing well this evening. Bronson DeVille says, did you get a haircut? Yes, thank you, Bronson. Thank you for noticing. I actually, I prefer it, honestly, guys. I think it's a little bit fresher, makes me look a little bit, I don't know, a little bit younger, a little bit something. And Foxy says, I've been on stream every time. I'm the sergeant of arms for this channel. You are, Foxy. You're like you're like a big bro to me and the rest of the chat. And I mean that respectfully. Foxy says, why aren't you at the bar? Well, that's the plan, Foxy. I stream. And me and FF, aka female friend, I said to her, should we go get a drink after? So yeah, we will go down to the hotel bar when we've done with the stream. And see you later, Uzi. Good to see you in the chat as always, and take care. Have a good rest of your night. Always a pleasure. And Goyle Gamer says, hey, what's up to you, Goyle Gamer? How are you doing? Nice to see you in the chat. And as always, guys, if you've not hit the subscribe button, hit subscribe to join the vibe. We are on the road to 1 million trillion subs. First stop, 1,000 subs, though, so we need to reach that goal first. As above, as below says, hey, dude, how's it going? Good to see you, as above. Doing pretty good, thank you very much. I'm currently at a hotel in Manchester. I'm at a hotel by the airport in Manchester, and I'm flying to Mallorca for 4 nights. Going to Palma with 2 of my friends, 2 of my lovely female friends, and honestly, I'm looking forward to a trip away. It's only been 3 months since I went on holiday, but still, I am ready for a break. So yeah, definitely looking forward to a little bit of a break. I'm actually gonna be chilling out, guys. It's sometimes when you go on holiday, you want to like do loads of cultural things, like explore the historic like I can't think of the words right now. Explore the architecture, museums, art galleries, things like that. But this holiday, honestly, it's just a chance to unwind. We'll check out 1 or 2 things, but for me personally, I'm looking forward to chilling out, laying around in the shade, going for a swim in the sea, eating some nice fruit and vegetables, and just taking it easy. That's what I think I need. My friends have said they want the same as well. Your wife okay with you live streaming on YouTube? Well, Bronson, I have no wife, so I'm a free man. I wouldn't mind having a wife. I'm not gonna lie to you. It would be nice to have a wife, or even a girlfriend. I'd settle for a girlfriend. Not that that's like, not that that's like a second best, but yeah. Unfortunately, no wife, no girlfriend. So yeah, so no one to hold me to account for streaming on YouTube. Muzu says, I'm asking stranger to do some ASMR for my video. Can you do ASMR? That's an interesting request, Muzu, and I will have to give him some thought. My friend is howling with laughter. Fatima says you should wear a ring or a pendant. It would suit you. You know what, Fatima? That's a good shout, honestly. I would like a ring of some sort. Like, I think, not to be like, oh yeah, I would suit that, but I think for my vibe, I feel like a ring would be an okay kind of look. Thumbs up from the friend as well. He says, I think he's looking everywhere except the chat to rage bait us, Kaylin. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be missing out on. Confusing. Kaylin says, Edward, read the wedding or I get threat book put. I'm scared, Kaylin. I don't know what it means. Kaylin says, Edward, how dare you missed the wedding? Go back and read it all. Kaylin, how about you do me a favour and post it in the chat again? Because the chat is keeping up and I can't always just stop the chat just to read out wedding comments. So please, if you've got a wedding scenario that you want me to read out, do me a favour and pop it in the chat again. As above says, that's cool. Is it your first time in America? I'm not currently in America. I'm currently in Manchester and I'm flying to Mallorca. So I've been to America a few times, been lucky enough to go quite a few times. Well, I say quite a few times. A good couple of times, I'd say. I've probably been to America maybe 5 times in my life, something like that. Something like that. Maybe 5 times, 6 times in my life, so I've been quite lucky. Kaylin says, Edward, you are married. Oh, and apparently Kaylin and Sterney have just married me off. So apparently I am married now. News to me. So Nick says, but thank you for conducting the ceremony, ladies. Appreciate it. We went to see the caves around there. We saw the caves of Drac, but apparently the caves of Hams is better. Interesting. Okay, I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Charlie Kirky 420 in the what username. Foxy just says "Knee America." Love it. And Bulgaria was canny good, according to Foxy. I've heard good things about Bulgaria. I heard it was quite affordable, and my other friends said again lots of nice fruit and vegetables. Now, as you know, I likes my fruit and vegetables. I likes that. I likes my fruit. I likes my vegetables. Healthy eating, to be honest with you guys. So, like, yeah, going to Bulgaria could be a thing, you know. Oh, refreshment, hydration. Anna says the economy. Hello to you, Anna, by the way. And you say the economy is hell here. Better stay K. Now, is that the economy in America? Is that the economy in America? And I missed the context for that one. Bronson says, are you going to California? Just to clarify, I'm not going to America tomorrow, guys. I'm going to Mallorca. Not America, Mallorca. So Spanish island. And hello to you, Ruby Robinson. What a great name. And you say hi. And like Foxy says, the UK economy is dead. The economy is a little bit dead. And to honestly, like we were talking about last night, cost of living in the UK is terrible. We had one of our chat members, Ophelia, who's originally from England, and she lives in Spain now. And she was saying, actually, the economy in Spain is not too bad. So it just shows you how things come in cycles. Oh, this is one for you, female friend. And the chat says, Malta is the best country out of many I visited, at least.
Oh yeah.
So my friend off to the right is a huge fan of Malta, and she says actually when she Malta, me and her went to Thailand together, and we had an amazing time. But she's of all the places she's been to, Malta, is that fair to say, was like the one which she's literally now she's just there, she's just like she's there, she's lying back like this, like daydreaming about Malta. So Malta, I've only heard good things about. Ruby Robinson says, do you people hate Indians? I wouldn't say so. No, I can't speak for all UK people. But I guess it's like anywhere, right? You get some people that like are racist. But no, by and large, no. India has like a strong connection with Britain, for obvious reasons. And most people do not hate Indians. Again, I can't speak for all in the UK, but like no, that's not really a thing. It's not like there's a common theme of people being against Indians. No, not at all. Everything channelest, or excuse me, everything est 25 says hi. How are you? Everything Chanel. I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing tonight? And Fatima's friend lives in Malta. Road trip to Malta, then Fatima. Pakistan to Malta. The road trips. Question for you, FF. Aren't there big cart ruts in the ground in Malta? Did you see any like?
Oh, I didn't.
No,
Actually.
didn't see anything like that. No,
No.
fair enough. No, so not that we've heard of. It could be a thing. And apparently Bex's Uncle John was Maltese, so there's a strong Maltese. Fatima's friends in Malta. Bex's uncle's Maltese.
That's very cool.
And yeah, and Bronson. Now listen, Bronson, you say New Zealand. Now if you're from New Zealand, I guess you've got permission to say that. But if you're from like, and you're like, I hate New Zealand, we don't want any hatred around here. But hopefully you are, because otherwise that would be hateful. But if you're from a country, you get to say you've earned the right. Like if you're allowed to say you hate Scotland. If you're English, you're allowed to say you hate England. But if you're not from that country, you're not allowed to hate it. That's the law, at least publicly. Fatima says, Edward, what are you holding in your profile picture? Now, guys, on YouTube, which is, I have the same profile picture on TikTok as I do on YouTube. And in the profile, in the photo, I'm holding a snake fruit, aka a salak. Now, salak is the proper name for it, but snake fruit is the slang of the names for it. And it's a fruit that is common in Southeast Asia, Southeast Asia, and it's very tasty. Did I give you some of that snake fruit when we went to Thailand? Do you remember the spiky one in that set? Did you like it?
Really nice.
Yeah. So we both, my friend who's just off camera now, when we went to Thailand, we got the snake fruit, and it's like very unique. It's quite unique, isn't it?
Yeah,
When I think back to it now, it was almost like a pineapple-y flavour, but with an extra kind of like. And if you've ever had pear drops, now if you're watching this stream right now, I don't know where you're watching from. So if you are out there, let me know in the chat where you're watching from. But over here in the UK, we have something called pear drops. Have you had pear drops? Do you remember them? No, don't remember those. So pear drops are like an old-fashioned boiled sweet. We're talking old school sweets here, and they've got like almost like a nail varnish to them, but they're good. They're good. So pear drops, like we'll talk about pear drops chat, and this fruit called snake fruit, aka salak, which you get in Southeast Asia, it has almost like a pear smell to it. So it's kind of like a pineapple-y flavour with an additional sort of peary taste. Really good, to be fair. So that is what I'm holding in my profile picture. Okay, we're catching up with the chat because I've been rambling about fruit, which I love rambling about fruit, but with the chat as usual. So let me get back to the messages. Oh, and as above says, when you said Menorca, it sounded like New York. I'm actually going to Mallorca. So not Menorca, I'm going to Mallorca. I probably need to pronounce my words a bit better. Okay, I'm catching up as usual. Fatima says we should all go to Malta. We do like a meetup, subscriber meetup in Malta one day, Fatima. That could be cool. Now, L Kermit 420 says hate to New Zealand. Now, L Kermit, you've got one opportunity to redeem yourself. If you're not a Kiwi, then you don't get to hate on a Kiwi, at least not out loud. Ariana says, can you do a shout out to the name Ariana? Ariana, this is a shout out just for you. And Bronson says, have you tried durian? Yes, I've tried durian. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, I was a little bit underwhelmed because I'd built it up, I'd hyped it up so much in my mind. Durian was going to be this amazing fruit. It's called the king of fruits, isn't it, in Asia? And it was nice, but honestly, the map I had in Thailand and the salak, the snake fruit, what did you think?
I really liked it actually.
The durian?
Yeah.
Did you like it more than the snake fruit and the mangoes?
More
I did like it.
More than the snake fruit, but not more than the mangoes.
Oh, really? More than the snake fruit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. The durian was good. The one at Rayong, right? The one we had.
Oh yeah.
That was good. It was
And
good.
those durian lollies were.
Oh, they were good as
Yeah,
well.
they
Yeah,
were.
they were good. Yeah. So when if you ever go to Thailand, durian is like really common over there, and they also sell durian ice lollies in 7-Eleven. Super common and worth trying if you ever get a chance to. Kaylin, I'm not going to read the wedding comment out right now. You're demanding it, but I'm not going to read it out right now, actually, because I've got other chat comments to read out, and I've acknowledged and thanked you for the ceremony, so unfortunately I will not be reading the wedding comments out just yet. Okay, I'm going to read one from Sterny about the wedding, and then we're going to move on from the wedding theme. So Sterny says, me and Kaylin are so happy because it gives us adoption papers and says that we are adopted to them. Oh. Well, if I could adopt you guys, I would adopt you guys. But it sounds like you've got your own family, so you don't need me to adopt you. And Foxy says, aye, Foxy fan club trip Malta. Foxy, that could be legit, man. That would be a hell of a trip. And just a quick reminder, guys, if you're out there, thank you. Just as I was about to say, don't forget to hit the like button. Somebody hit the like button. So big love to you guys for that. Much appreciated. And everything says, I'm from UK. Pear drops are a classic. Yes, they are indeed. I've not had one in many years. Cool. And Iceland was the best place I went to. Interesting. Oh, hang on a minute. So Bex was one of our chat members. Bex was talking about Iceland, and she was hammered. She was talking to two guys that talked about Iceland, and she was like started joining in with the convo randomly. It turns out they were to the shop, and she was talking about the country. Fatima says, "I love lychee so much." Yes, W lychee. I love it and has some good ones out in Thailand. Actually, I think I had some in Cambodia as well. I love lychee, especially, listen, fruit when it's grown in that part of the world is just, by the time we get mangoes in the UK, they've travelled thousands of miles and they're just not the same. Sun-ripened fruit that you can buy from the market, from nearby, is always better than stuff that's travelled from thousands of miles around the world. Bronson says, why did you trim your sideburns that high? Bronson, you asked some pretty personal questions, so I'm going to skip your comment, actually. I'm going to skip that. I'm going to skip your comment. I'm resisting the urge, really resisting the urge to time you out, Bronson, because I wouldn't join your stream and ask you why you had your hair a certain way. So yeah, you're testing my patience, honestly, Bronson, and I try and keep it chill on the stream. I really do. Zombie has much love and positivity to all. Huge love to you, Zombie Queen, as always, for bringing the positive energy, jumping straight in there with a good vibes comment. So huge hugs to you, Zombie Queen. It's good to see you again. And you say, great to see you again, sweetest Edward. Mwah, Zombie Queen. I you a big old kiss. And I don't normally send out kisses on the stream. It's normally just hugs, but that was a spontaneous kiss just for you, Ms. Queen. And Sage says, do you think one of the mods could mute? It's me. They keep talking about religion. I have not seen the comment for a minute. So I think one of the mods may have done that. Okay, so before we mute, it's me. They say, can I just ask what's wrong with religion? Now, it's me. You're new here for the first time. And the two that we talk about on the stream are religion and politics. And that's because we want to keep the stream as open to as many people as possible, to keep it a neutral space so people can come together from all over the world. And we don't let our different beliefs and ideologies put distance between us. We want to come together, leave our sort of beliefs at the door, and just concentrate on positive vibes, good energy. So that's what these streams are about. So hopefully that answers your question. It's me, and I would respectfully ask that you any more comments about religion in the chat. Appreciate that. Unknown person says, POV, you are an unemployed. Unknown person, it's okay to be unemployed, and it sounds like you're going through a tough time with your unemployment situation. So I wish you the very best, and honestly, I hope you work soon. I'm wishing you well. Good luck in your job hunting, and if there's anything me or the chat can do for you, we're here for you, mate. Okay, we are catching up. Caesar81 says, this chat is wild. Welcome to the chat, Caesar81. And just a reminder to everyone that's here right now, if you are in the chat, that means you are a member of the Democratic Republic of Chattistan. You are a member of the Chattistani community. So, shout out to my Chattistani brethren. And for real, if you are out there, jump in the chat and say hello, because you know I love connecting people from all over the world. And thank you, Zombie Queen. You say, please, everyone, show your love and respect. Smash that thumb, Zombie Queen. Thank you very much. I would love it if we can get to at least 30 likes before we end this stream tonight. We're doing 24, but through the power of the chat, can we take it to 30? I reckon we can. Kaylin, I'm not going to read your comment out. That would be really scary to my friend, aka my assistant. So I'm not going to read that one out. Kaylin's just getting a bit excited. And shout out to you, Caesar81. Scotland. W to Scotland. And Caesar81, if hopefully you will subscribe to become part of the crew, because I do like doing accents, and a little cheeky Scottish accent is one of the ones I do. Now, I'm not going to do it right now because I'm on the spot, and I feel like if I was to try and launch into it, it'd be a wee bit difficult. But I do like doing Scottish accent, so I don't care at all, pal. I'm not bothered if you're from Edinburgh, Glasgow. I'll do my thing, mate. So hit subscribe to join the vibe, and I'll see you soon. Okay, we're back in the chat. Sterney says, make this gesture. Is that like a cross? I don't know. It's like a cross fingers. You're saying that means love. Okay, and we're catching up as usual. Mr. 81, for real, it's good to have you in the chat from Scotland. We've had quite a few people. We've actually got one chat member right now who is in Scotland, called Bex. So I won't spill any more beans on her behalf, but we do have viewers from Scotland, and we love having people from all over the world. I was going to say all over the UK, all over Europe, all over Africa, but I just skipped straight to the world. So yeah, for real, wherever you're from, it's great to have you here. Uzi says, Edward, please tell your wife to adopt me. We're both chuckling at that one, Uzi. And Ross is indeed from Ireland. If I'm not mistaken, Ross is from Belfast. Actually, that could be, but I think it's from. I'm pretty sure it's from Belfast. I don't know. I'm not sure at all, but W. I've lost it, gang. I had it a moment ago, and I've totally lost it. Oh, I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out because I've lost it. I had it a moment ago, and I've completely lost it. Back to normal accent, guys. Fatima says, you missed my message, Edward. I'm going to scroll up, Fatima, at the speed of light to try and find your message. I literally can't find it, Fatima. I've scrolled for like 4 screens right now. Oh, okay. Fatima says, did you know people eat mangoes like crazy here in Pakistan? I did not know that, but I have seen outside Pakistani news agents before, or should I say Pakistani-owned news agents in, Curry Mile. Do you remember they used to have the boxes of mangoes and stuff? So I did know that mango was a thing in Pakistan, but I didn't know it was super popular, so that's good to know. Charles says, sounds more like Derry accent. This is the problem, Charles, you see. Like, I can do like a Northern Irish accent, but I get mixed up, and like that's the problem. I don't want to get wrong because an English person would hear my Northern Irish accent and think, oh yeah, that kind of sounds Northern Irish. But if you're from Northern Ireland, it's going to sound like jumbled up, and I need to get nailed down. I need to learn how to do like a Belfast accent, learn how to do a Derry accent, learn how to do like a Dublin accent, learn how to do like a Limerick accent or Cork, wherever. So yeah, I need to work on my accents. Sage says, not gonna lie, your assistant sounds like a Jessica or a Taylor in the nicest possible. She's laughing. Hopefully you heard her laughing. And thank you, Bex, for saying that my Scottish accent is pretty good. Same problem, Bex. I feel like my Scottish accent, it's okay, but I feel like it's largely Glaswegian, but then it incorporates random other parts. So I really need to get like one accent nailed down. Uzi's leaving random words. That's not even words. That's just, yeah. Fatima says, I saw your video with the pasta and Scottish accent. The pasta looked so yummy. Thank you, Fatima. That was actually a Scouse accent. So that is an area. It's basically people from Liverpool are called Scousers. So that was a Scouse accent. But thank you for the comment about the pasta. And actually, my parents made that. So W mum and dad for making a packed lunch for me. That was very nice of them. So yeah, I don't take credit for that pasta, but I will do some more videos soon, showing lunches and food like that. So I'll pass on your kind words, Fatima, for real. Foxy says, I'm hungry, supper time. Foxy, mate, I'm getting hungry as well. Hungry indeed. And Uzi liked the suit I was wearing, but I was too late to comment. No worries, Uzi, and I'm glad you like the suit. That's my uniform, so glad to hear that I look sharp. Kaylin says, tell us. I say, hey girl, you slay, please. She's liking that one. So yeah, shout out to you, Kaylin. She's appreciating the love. Why Uzi do a dad accent? What's a dad accent? I don't know. We don't know what that means, Uzi. As above says, what part of England are you from? I'm from the northwest, so near Manchester is where I'm originally from. And that's where I live like now. My nearest city is like Manchester, so not too far away. So yeah, that's my answer to that one. Kaylin, enjoy the impression. And Fatima's mum apparently makes good pasta as well. Fatima says, mums make the best pasta. I love the pasta my mum makes. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, mum's cooking, it's a beautiful thing. And as you guys know, if you've been there, you've seen the brownies my mum makes. And you know what the nice thing is, guys? She didn't used to bake for me or cook for me. And it's only more recent years that she started to cook more. I don't want to say lost her confidence, but my dad did a lot of the cooking, and my mum just let my dad do that, and now my mum enjoys cooking more, which is lovely. And Aros Richters says, nice hair, bro. Thank you, Aros. And I hope or is it Aros? No. Yeah, Aros Richters. You say nice hair, bro, and I hope that's your name correctly. And thank you for the nice compliment. I really appreciate that. Shout out to you. And Foxy's saying, you're not in the north, mate. Yeah, Foxy, you know what? Compared to you, I'm in the Midlands. And compared to me, people in Sheffield are in the south. That's how I see it. Bose XOXO says, hi, Edward. I'm back. Hello to you, Bose. Good to see you in the chat. And if you are out there right now, jump in the chat and say hello and where you are from. Above says, thoughts on Tom Aspinall. Hell of a fighter. Hell of a fighter. Unfortunate that he sustained the eye injury. For anyone who doesn't know who Tom Aspinall is, he is the current UFC heavyweight champion of the world. But he got poked in the eye. I'm out of the game. So he's been injured for, I don't even know how long. Must be over 6 months at this point. A beast of a fighter. He's 6'5", but moves really quickly. So very athletic, powerful, really well-rounded fighter. So yeah, Tom Aspinall, great fighter, honestly. Plant-based vegan black man says, what's up, little man? I was really hopeful then when I saw your compliment, saw your username, which said plant-based. I was like, yes. And then it said vegan. I was like, yes. Black man. I was like, cool. And then he said, what's up, little man? So not a very friendly thing to say. Not a very friendly thing to say. So I won't even reply to you. And As Above says, Garn's a dirty cheat. Yeah, honestly, As Above, I think it was dirty tactics from Garn. It was dirty tactics. And I think any fighter has a responsibility to not only themselves, but to protect other fighters from bad behaviour, from poor tactics, like eye poking. You know, it's BS, honestly. So yeah, I think it was terrible from Garn. And eye pokes are just a really bad thing, and fighters should be sanctioned for them more. Vinay says, your thoughts on Jimmy Carr? Honestly, Vinay, I try not to be negative, but his laugh makes me want to commit crimes. I'm not a big fan of Jimmy Carr, if I'm honest with you. I hate, you know his laugh. Have you heard it? It would go. It's like, it's just. If I ever met Jimmy Carr on the street, I'd go. Because he's got the most irritating laugh. And listen, I try to be positive. I try not to be a hater or negative or anything else, but I find his laugh really annoying. And yeah. But at the same time, it takes all sorts to make the world. And I've not really watched any of his stand-up. I've only ever watched her on chat shows and stuff like that. So maybe his stand-up is good. I'm sure he's a very talented comic. Ross says, what is your flight tomorrow, Edward? I don't know the flight number off by heart, but it's about 6:30 in the morning, something like that. Sage has got to go. See you soon, Sage. See you soon, and take care for now. And Foxy says UFC equals WWF wrestling. That, Foxy, I wouldn't go that far. Wouldn't go that far, mate. But what is that there are other good fighting divisions out there which are coming to UFC, like One Championship. I don't know if you guys have seen One Championship, but I think that's based in Singapore. And they have some awesome fighters. I like One Championship, and I'm not a big fan of, honestly, how UFC is run. I'm not a big fan of how much they charge fans. I'm not a big fan of a number of different things they do. Obviously, they're absolutely epic in the history of martial arts. Mixed martial arts would not be what it is globally without the UFC. That's just a fact. At the same time, I'm not a massive fan of how it's run. And actually, you know what? I'm going to, just for the crack, I'm going to go back to that mean person. I'm going to put them in a timeout. Okay, and Bex says, "Oh, Jimmy Carr, watch 8 out of 10 cats just count nearly every day." Fair play, Bex. Fair play. Like I said, I don't hate the guy. I just find his laugh infuriating, and that's it. I don't want to be a hater. I don't want to be, I don't want to be a meanie. And like we said, like Mr. Fox knows, if in doubt, say now. So maybe I should have said now. So forgive me, chat, for bringing the mood down. And Vinay says, his laugh is like a salmon. Excuse me. His laugh sounds like a sea lion choking on tuna. Not a bad way to put it. Honestly. And I agree, Foxy. Dana White. Actually, I won't read that out because I'm not going to get myself in the negative vibes thing. But I agree with about a certain person from the UFC, Foxy. I watched those two women at the weekend. It lasted 30 seconds. Yeah, I honestly, full respect for women's MMA. I have massive respect for any gender that gets into the cage, that competes in combat sports. But for me personally, I've never fully got into women's MMA, just like I've never got into women's football. I want all women to be encouraged and supported into pursuing sport, pursuing football, or any type of sport they want to pursue. I think just for me, because sport, yes, it's absolutely about the teamwork, and yes, it's absolutely about the participation. But I think just because women are not physically as strong as men, that's not me being sexist. It's just true. It's like the strong woman in the world is not as strong as the strongest man in the world. The fastest woman in the world is not as strong. Is not as the fastest man in the world. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't celebrate women in sport, celebrate women's athletics, women's martial arts. But I think for me, I've just never kind of fully got into it in the same way. But at the same time, I do have a lot of respect for any participant of any gender that gets stuck in sport or any type of activity. So yeah, don't misinterpret what I'm saying as being negative or throwing shade towards women in sport, because I think it's awesome when women get stuck in. And don't get me wrong as well, there are incredible athletes out there. I don't want it to sound like a kind of compliment, like, oh yeah, women giving it a go. Like, no, there are amazing athletes out there, like amazing sports people, sports women. So yeah, so don't let my words come across the wrong way. Fatima is going shopping for clothes tomorrow. Well, enjoy the shopping, Fatima. Hope you enjoy that, and I hope you get something nice. Sorry, Foxy. If in doubt, give him a clout. That sounds like a tougher, much more roughy-tufty approach to if in doubt. So if you're just joining, I shared an expression which is in the north of England. We say, if in doubt, say now, which means if in doubt, say nothing. And where Foxy's from in the northeast, they say, if in doubt, give him a clout, which means if in doubt, someone a wallop. Oh, cool. Foxy has a yellow belt in judo, so watch out for Foxy. Do not cross the fox. And speaking of fighters, Zalman Zam said, oh, you look like Paddy. People have said that before. I think it's like the sort of moppy blonde hair. I do look a little bit like Paddy. Paddy Pimless from Liverpool. He look, lads, when I get in the cage and just start sparring and rolling and that. It's just really good. I go rolling in the cage and then come out, do a food challenges, boss. And thank you, B Person, for the teaser from Dorian Gray. A picture of Dorian Gray, which is a book by Oscar Wilde I'm due to read. I've still not secured a copy of it, B Person. I'm going on holiday tomorrow for 4 nights to Mallorca. So unfortunately, there will be no Oscar Wilde reading whilst I'm away. But I do have another book. So yeah, I'll be diving into that. But thank you, B Person, for the quote. And I hope you're having a good read at the moment as well. Poppy D. Harrison says, hi. Hello to you, Poppy D. Harrison. Nice to see you in the chat. And Vinay, now we don't talk about religion on the channel, but this is a quote, so we'll give it some slack. First, I'll say, "What's up to you, Zara Khan?" You say, "What's up, mate?" Nice to see you, Zara. Hope you're doing well. And now Vinay's quote was a quote from my side: "God is the blanket we put over mystery with some shape." Now, like I said before, we don't talk about politics or religion on the channel, but that's a quote from Vinay, and we'll let that one sit. And what's up to you, HG? You say, "Where are we at tonight, Ed?" HG, right now we are in a hotel room in Manchester. And I'm flying in the early hours, about 6:30 tomorrow morning, and I'm going to Mallorca for 4 nights. So yeah, I'm here with my female friend who's just off camera, who will be referred to as FF, and she may join us on the stream tomorrow, depending on how brave she's feeling. We'll have to see. But yeah, Manchester, right by the airport, and soon I'll be flying. I actually need to get sleep in a bit because I am going to have to set my alarm in literally about 5 hours time from now, which is really depressing because I love my sleep. And as above, I did not know you're American. You say UFC is just like every American company, way too greedy. I'm American, by the way. Well, thanks for sharing your thoughts. And honestly, I do agree that the UFC has gotten too greedy. I think, yes, it has to be a business that makes money, but beyond that point, it kind of, if you try and squeeze too much out of the fans, a lot of fans out there, they're not all millionaires, they're not all billionaires, they're just average, ordinary people who love to follow sport. And I think it's the same in England, the UK, with the Premier League. They charge their fans so much to go and see the games. And without their fans, it's like me. Without you guys, I'm nobody. I'm just talking to a camera. Without my audience, without the chat, without you guys, the community, I'm nobody. It's like these teams are nobody without people to watch them, appreciate them. And I think companies like the UFC forget that the individual fans are the ones which things make sense. So I agree with you, as above. And RL Player says, hi, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty well, thank you, RL Player. How are you doing? Vinay says, can you hit me with some quick info about Bristol? near to the border with Wales, a nice city, not that cheap if I'm honest. Has a great reputation, strong art scene, culture scene, good food options. So yeah, I think you'll like it. Beck says, did you do any studies in linguistics or do accents come naturally? I'm super interested in that stuff. I've never studied linguistics or anything like that. No, I just enjoy doing accents, honestly. And I was telling my parents about them before, how I did like this TikTok. I put it up as a YouTube short, maybe you guys have seen it, where I did like a Scouse accent. And my mum was like, you know what, you should do more stuff like that because it's a good little hook for a video. So I will try and start keeping on practicing my accents and do some more in the videos. And Destiny Lamont, speaking of accent, says, I love your accent. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Destiny. I like your, and I've never seen Destiny spelt with an A like that. So shout out to you. Ooh, Foxy says, any recommendations for a holiday in England? You know what, Foxy? I would have said North East. I would have said Northumberland, but that's too close to home, I think. So maybe what's it called? What's it called? What's it called? Well, Cornwall is good, right? Cornwall is good, but it's expensive. But that's meant to be a nice part of the country to visit for sure. And maybe the Peak District as well. That is also nice, mate, and not a million miles away from you as well. So that'd be one to check out as well. Some nice scenery. Depends what you like, I guess, Mr. Fox. But yeah, definitely the Peak District or Cornwall or Devon. Again, a little bit far, but nice and a change of scenery from where you're at, I reckon. And you say it's a long drive. It is a long drive. Maybe like I say, Peak District would be only a couple of hours for you, I reckon, and that would be a nice place to visit for real. Fatima says, Edward, what should I change my profile picture to? Good question, Fatima. Maybe something which represents you. If you don't want to share your face, I nearly said fair your chase, but yeah, if you don't want to share your face, then maybe something that represents you or makes you feel happy, or like a character, something that you can relate to. What my advice would be. Another quote from a picture of Dorian Gray from B Person who says, I've never searched for happiness. Who wants happiness? I've searched for pleasure. Thank you, B Person, for the literary. We appreciate it. Vinay says, your thoughts on Ricky Gervais? I love the fact he's vegan, and I think he's done some excellent work talking about the animals. I think he goes a little bit too hard on the culture war stuff, if I'm honest, but I think he's done some really funny stuff as well. And his work on The Office I thought was really good. To David Brent was really funny. So yeah, Ricky Gervais. Shout out to Ricky Gervais, and thank you to Ricky Gervais for all the good work he's done on promoting veganism to a wider audience. Oriana, we don't talk about politics on this channel. What I would say is we support any group of people that's been oppressed in any way. So that's my answer to you. I hope you can read between the lines on that one. But yeah, we don't talk about politics or religion on this channel. And Fatima says, I'll come back with a profile picture tomorrow. And speaking of tomorrow, guys, unfortunately, I'm going to end this stream here because I'm setting my alarm for 5 hours time from now. I've got to be up at 3 in the morning and I need to get some sleep. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. UK time. And tomorrow is a special stream. We're going to be from Mallorca. So it's going to be 9 p.m. for me in Mallorca. Should be 8 p.m. for you guys in the UK or wherever you're watching as normal. But for real, hit subscribe to join the vibe. An amazing rest of your day and night. Thank you for joining. I'm sending you big love, big hugs, and take them out, and I will see you tomorrow. Jazz as well. In fact, let me just end the stream by giving some shout-outs to everybody that's here. So, big hugs to Fatima, to Jazz, to As Above, to Bex, to Ross, to Oriana, to Foxy, of course, to Vinay, to B Person, to Sterny, to Sage, to RL Player, to Zara Khan, to Poppy, and to anyone I've missed. I'm sending you all huge hugs. Take care of yourself, everybody. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you, and to Ross as well. Very welcome, Foxy. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, hit subscribe to join the vibe, and I'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. UK time, all being well. Big love, everybody, and I will see you soon.